Hi guys, Ash here. So I've just finished actually doing cocking lime works, and I've been having another look around, and on the internet I found an old World War II, I believe, tank that has been abandoned and is sort of there for everybody to go and have a look at. So I'm going to head over there now, have a look and see what I can see and see if it's any good. I passed a building, it looks abandoned. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to go and have a look. Just so you know where we are kind of a quarter of a mile away from Goodwood, the race course. Okay, so here it is. Just off the road. Everyone can see it. Not 100% sure what it is. Seems to be a couple of buildings around this way. Oh, looks like it used to be a toilet block. So yeah, as I say, we're literally outside Goodwood racecourse, and yeah, probably an old toilet block from maybe when the racecourse used to be a bit bigger. You can see there loads of bottles of beer and stuff, broken drain cover on the floor. Hopefully I don't fall in that drain wherever it is. An old cistern. Someone's obviously had a good day down here, smashing up all the toilets. You can see the old cisterns in the ceiling there. Nice little toilet seat on the floor, lovely. You can see like a cold water feed pipe there, so I imagine looking at it there was basins just there on the wall for washing hands and stuff. There's also another side to this building, so I'm kind of assuming this was probably the female side. I'm just going to have a look round the corner and see what I can find over there. Again, I want to stress, when I come to these places, what my aim is to explore, take videos and photos, document how it looks at the time. I don't come down here to do any damage, any graffiti or anything like that. It's always just for the explore. Don't condone people who come down and graffiti, burn buildings down and stuff like that. That's not what urbexing is. This side's a little bit blocked off, but I'm sure we can overcome that. Yeah, this side's considerably harder to get into, but we're there. Yeah, so I would imagine this was probably the men's side. I would say that there was probably urinals along this wall at some point. Another cold water feed pipe there. It's been taken off the wall. This one certainly doesn't look as nice as the other side. Toilet seat. This one's engaged. I think someone's in there. You're going to be long in there? It might be dead. Yeah, there's also another little building just round the corner, so I'm going to head over to that, see if I can get anywhere near that. It looks abandoned. There's also loads of people around, and although, like I say, we don't do this to cause damage or anything, at the same time it is kind of frowned upon. Some of these places are quite dangerous. This place really isn't, but some of these places are dangerous, and you can end up getting yourself in trouble with security guards, owners, things like that. Sometimes even just passers by. But anyway, next building, it looks like we're going to be able to get in. Let's have a look. Not a bad little find for just driving past. Easy access in here. Although the building looks like it's going to be a bit harder to get into if I can. Oh, maybe not. And this is the building here. Couldn't tell you what it was. All I can tell you is that bit by bit Mother Nature seems to be taking it back. Looking at the shape of the windows, I would potentially say that this might have been an old betting shop. So there would have probably been a desk along here with a couple of cashiers, maybe one there and one there, and they would probably be taking bets on the racing. Maybe coming up from the car park, which is down there, and they probably headed up these steps. And then you've got the racecourse just over there. So I imagine that that is what that was for. Considering I just spotted this off the road and thought, fuck it, let's go and have a look. Not a bad little walkabout. But yeah, Goodwood, abandoned toilets, and I would say abandoned betting tote. So for those of you who've been watching, I've just stumbled across a location outside Goodwood Racecourse, and I'm on my way actually to another location. And obviously going through the back roads, I come across places. One of the questions that people always ask when I put photos up on my Facebook of places that I've explored is, well, how do you find these places? And the answer is, you just look. If you do research online, pretty much all of these places can be found. Even if you download Google Earth and just go through it, it's a long, laborious process, but you can find places on there. I've found places on there before which are great places to go and have a look at. If you're into urbexing, or you want to get into urbexing, you want to go exploring, best place to start is get out and go and find things. I've stumbled across another location which looks like it's just had some sort of tree felling work done very close to it, which has uncovered it. I probably wouldn't have seen it if the tree work hadn't been done. So I'm gonna turn the camera around to take you over there and see what we got. Okay, so just over the road from where I've parked is this building here. Not quite sure what it used to be, but we're going to have a look and try and find out. Bit of a funny location, this one, because it's literally right on the edge of the road. So people can see what you're doing. This is the outside. Excuse the camera work, I'm trying to find somewhere safe to put my feet while I'm walking along. Second building just down there. Again, two entrances to this building, and then just the one entrance to this building over here. Will be on the floor. So yeah, this one, not quite sure what it was. Potentially like a toilet, or in fact I imagine it probably was a toilet. I imagine there would have been a urinal there. And if we have a look in here, yeah, that was probably where the actual toilet was. So, excellent day for finding abandoned toilets today.
So over to this one. I hope it's something more interesting than a toilet this time.
Okay, what we got? Concrete slab above my head. Quite difficult to get into this one. A lot of bits to step over. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so we're in. Concrete ceiling with holes in it. Some China work over there. I'm going to hedge my bets and say that this used to be a toilet as well. Nothing else really of any interest in here. Let's head over to the other side and see if we can get in there. I'm waiting for the day that I turn up at one of these places and walk in and just find like treasure. It hasn't happened so far, although I did find a snap-on toolbox at a place in Crawley, which was pretty interesting. I've got a lot of tools myself and a lot of snap-on tools myself, so that old snap-on toolbox was quite cool. Obviously I left it where it was because we don't steal from these places, we just document. Okay, so entrance here. This one's a little bit easier to get into and a lot darker when you're inside. So what have we got? I don't know if you can really see in here. Yeah, coat hangers this side as well. Okay, well that's about it for this one. I think this video is probably just going to be me stopping at places that I go past and go into and have a look at. Hopefully I'm going to make it up to see this World War II tank at some point. So again, I've kind of just stumbled across this. I'm driving to another location and using my eyes, which is always my most useful tool when I'm doing urban exploration, to find things. And it's not much, but it's a little bit of abandoned engineering, you could say. So first, I'm not quite sure what this is. I imagine it may have some sort of blade underneath it. Nope, completely wrong. So yeah, if anybody knows what one of these is, it must go on the back of a tractor. It has like a drive shaft that would connect it to the back of a tractor, or a prop shaft that would connect it to the back of a tractor. And then over here, the pièce de résistance, as they would say in French. This old, I think it's a Suzuki Jimny. In fact, what is it? Yeah, it's a Suzuki. Yeah, pretty sure it's a Jimny. Yeah, this one I think has seen better days. I'm not sure this one's ever going to go again. It'll probably just be taken back by Mother Nature as she takes everything back. But yeah, nice little find on the way down to the World War II tank. So I've arrived at Kithurst Hill car park. It's lovely. I'm just on my way to find the World War II, the Churchill tank. The first thing that strikes me about this car park is that there's a lot of condom wrappers here. I suspect that this place might be a dogging site, but that's another video. Yeah, so we're on our way to have a look for the World War II tank, the Churchill tank. I've had a sort of quick look on the Google Earth, and I've got an idea of where it might be, so I'm going to head up there now, see if I can find it. Well, as is completely typical of luck and etc., I've just taken a walk down and spoken to a guy who lives in Storrington, which is just down the road. He's lived here for 25 years, very nice chap. And I was headed completely the wrong way. But I said, oh, do you know where the old World War II tank is? He said, yeah, it's gone. I said, what do you mean it's gone? Where's it gone? It was buried in the ground. I said, I was come and drove off, have they? He said, no. Apparently, a long time ago, they came down and they took the tracks and the turret. And then last year or the year before, they came down and took the hull. So it sounds as if it's gone. But I'm going to take a wander over. I've seen a building over here that looks abandoned, so we're going to go and have a quick look in there. And the guy I was speaking to said that the tank wasn't far away from that. So we'll see if we can find the hole where it used to be. A little bit of history, hole in the ground where the tank was for about 40 years, until the year before I wanted to see it, obviously. But there you go. So, a building, but an old water tank. Not quite sure what this would have been used for, but this field is massive, so that tiny little tank there was never going to supply the water to it or anything like that. May have been used for storing chemicals or something in the past. There is actually a building. Also something over there, I'm not quite sure what that is. I'll try and get over there, but there's a lot of stingers. So, okay. Yeah. So just a very small little building. You can see the rolled steel joists that hold up that water tank. That middle one looks like it's about to give way. If you can see that there, it's all rusted through. Takes a long time for an RSJ to rust through, so this must have been here for many, many years. Lovely old building. Still searching for the hole where the old World War II tank used to be. So I'm going to carry on searching for a hole. Not even sure what sort of hole, or what the hole would look like really. I mean, I suppose it's going to be tank sized and holy looking. So over there's the old water tank and the room below it, and then another sort of field access here, another field access here, and a signpost. Now this signpost says public bridle way quite a lot, but it also, I don't know if you can see that, it says tank that way. First thing down here is a fallen down tree, so I'm going to get myself over there, head down this route and see what I can see. So I've made it to well, another field is what I've made it to, but just up this pathway up there, which doesn't look like a pathway, but it is a pathway, there was like a sign, and it said bridle way, bridle way, bridle way, bridle way, but someone had scratched onto one of the sort of sign bits, tank. So I wandered through there and I've come to this. Now, I don't know if you can see this very well, but this is a hole in the ground. It looks to be about the size that I would imagine a tank would be. So I think that this is where it was. It's recently been dug up. Let's see if I can. Recently been dug up, as you can see. You know, the four corners here have got dips in, like you would expect to see if there was something that had been in there. And from the videos that I've seen of this World War II tank, this kind of looks like where it was. So I think we have found where the tank was. I may be completely wrong, but I think this is where it was. It's way out in the middle of nowhere, and the kind of little path you have to get to or go down to get to it is crazy slim. So yeah, pretty sure this is where the old tank was. As I said earlier, it has gone now. It was dug out and taken away, hopefully for conservation or something. So that kind of concludes our video. Didn't find the World War II tank, but I think I'm pretty happy that it's been taken away and someone's doing something with it. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video.